Listen to me. The wealthiest people in the world don't work for their money because they've unlocked a glitch in the system that allows them to print money on demand. So today, I'm going to show you how you can replicate the wealthiest people's exact steps and make money work for you by learning how to actually invest your money correctly. And listen, no, I'm not talking about some shady options trading or pumping shit coins. I am going to teach you how to get started with investing as a complete beginner and how to actually invest correctly based on how much money you currently have. And let me tell you this right away. If you have less than $11,000, you should not be investing in the way that everyone else tells you to. That means no stocks, no shares, no crypto. Nothing like that. You need to be doing something completely different that will 100x your money over time. And we're going to get into that in just a moment. But first, what is investing? I mean, think of it this way. In its most simple form, investing is simply allowing your money to work for you and make you more money. It's about paying $10 for something today because you have a good reason to believe that you'll be able to sell it for $20 down the line. Today, we're going to cover the 5 stages of your investment journey and exactly what to do at each stage to maximize your return on investment. Because regardless of your income level or how much money you have, everyone should be investing. But not everyone should be investing in the same things or asset classes. So, what are the 5 stages of investing? Now, stage 1 is when you have $1,000 or less to your name and no cash flow. Stage 2 is when you haven't saved much, but you're making $1,000 or a few thousand per month. Stage 3 is when you have $10,000 to your name, or you're making $4,000 to $5,000 a month. Stage 4, this is really where things get interesting, because you can really let your money work for you. Stage 4 is when you either have a high-paying job or a business that generates you 5 figures per month, and that recurring revenue allows you to take on greater risks. That's when you can really begin to grow your net worth. Now, stage 5 is only going to be relevant for a small subsection of you, but if you internalize and apply everything in stages 1 to 4, there's no reason why you can't get there. Now, stage 5 is where we're going to discuss how to protect your wealth once you have it. Stage 5 is how the richest and wealthiest people in the world are able to print their money on demand. Now, mind you, this is not financial advice. These are simply my personal opinions and my personal framework on investing. So the most common question I get is, how should I invest my money if I only have $1,000 to my name? This is stage 1 of the 5-stage matrix. Here, I just have to be brutally honest with you, because if you only have $1,000 or less and zero cash flow, then you should not be focused on traditional investing. Now, what do I mean when I say traditional investing? To keep things really simple for the sake of this video, we're going to focus on 4 different investment vehicles. The first is shares. Think of buying shares as basically buying a tiny piece of any publicly traded company. The second is index funds. Now, index funds and ETFs are very similar. Think of them like a basket of a lot of different companies. So when you invest in one index fund or one ETF, you basically invest a little bit in all of those companies in the basket. For example, when you buy SPI, one of the most common ETFs in the US, you're basically buying a little bit of the top 500 biggest companies in the US, known as the S&P 500. The percentage you buy of each company depends on their market cap and their weighting inside of the S&P 500. But you can also have ETFs and index funds for different sectors, like silicon or green tech. Now, the third type of investing we're going to talk about here is bonds. There are really 2 types of bonds: government and corporate bonds. Bonds are essentially a form of debt where you, as the purchaser of the debt, get a certain percentage interest on the bond known as a coupon. To make things even simpler, with government and company bonds, you're basically giving them money. They're giving you a percentage of interest, and then at the end of that term, they're also giving you your full amount back. So basically, it's like a loan to a company or government to make things really, really simple. And the last is crypto, I'm sure you're all familiar with crypto, but if you're not, you can just think of it as another asset class that's more risky and less regulated. Now, why should you not focus on those if you only have $1,000? Because even if you invest in the S&P 500 and make 10% per year, that's only $100. Or let's say things go crazy and you even make 40% on Amazon stock in a single year. Well, that's still only $400 in a full year. When you have so little money, you need to focus on asset classes with a higher ROI, because you're simply not at the point at which it makes sense for you to have your money work for you. So you may be asking, then what should I focus on if I only have $1,000? That is high ROI assets. That doesn't mean going all in on crypto in hopes that you're going to 2x or 20x your money. Not at all. You need to just accept that with $1,000, you will not invest your way to becoming a millionaire, or even to $50 kk. It simply won't happen. Yes, there are some people who throw it into a shitcoin and get lucky, but for every one of those, there are 10,000 or 100,000 people who have lost their money. At that point, you might as well go to a corner store and just buy a lottery ticket. It's the same thing. Instead, you need to invest in things you can control. And there is only one thing you can control: your skill set. The point is, spend that first $1,000, go buy a camera and learn how to create content, learn how to shoot content for clients. Or go spend $1,000 and learn how to code at a coding workshop. Listen, whatever it is, the point is, do something that allows you to be in charge of the ROI. Because doing that is what will get you into stage 2 of investing. And once you're there, you have more room to play with. Before we wrap up, if you're ready to start your investment journey through these stages, make sure to subscribe to this channel. We'll be back soon with the next part, where we'll dive into the crucial details of stage 2. Stay tuned and don't miss out on this important information.